Hello and welcome back Tech. In this video I'm going to show you to make a portable soldering fume extractor with using a few simple parts. Let's get started. And these are the items you're going to need to make for this project. The items you're going to need: 2 activated charcoal filters which will absorb the solder fumes, a PC cooling fan grill, and a PC cooling fan that has a grill on each side, 2 9-volt battery clips, 2 9-volt batteries, and a buck converter to step down 18 volts to 12 volts to be able to power the PC cooling fan. And you're going to need some neodymium magnets. Now let's go and assemble this project and let's get started. First, I'm going to take this PC cooling fan and remove the PC cooling fan grill. Put it to the side. And now I'm going to take this activated charcoal filter, place it on top. And as you can see, the corners are covering the screw holes. What I need to do is modify it and cut off the corners. There we go, that's much better. Now I'm going to take the PC cooling grill and put it on top. Doing this will hold the filter into place. Press down on it so that way it's easier to screw in the screws. And as you can see, the fan blades are not spinning very well. That's because I made the screws too tight. What I need to do is loosen the screws so that way the filter doesn't push on the fan blades too much. Loosen it just a little bit. And as you can see, the fan blades move a little better. And now what I need to do is test it out and plug it into a 12-volt power supply. And there, as you can see, the fan is spinning. Now, if I had a second grill like this, I can be able to put it on top. What I wanted to do originally is if I had one more of these grills, I was going to put 2 on this side, one on the bottom, and then the filter on top of that, and then another grill on top of that. The reason why I wanted to do that is to prevent any kind of resistance from preventing from the fan blade from spinning, but since I only have this one grill, I have to work with what I got. And the idea was to go on top like this. Next, temporarily remove this grill, unscrew it, and now take the PC cooling fan grill and put it on top, and then take the filters and put them on top of the grill, and then take the other grill and put it on top of the filters. I find it's easier to do it like this by turning it upside down and then put the screws into place. And now carefully place it on top of the PC cooling fan. And now screw it into place. And there, the filters are now attached. And now you may be wondering which side of the fan will absorb the fumes. All you need to do is look on the side of the PC cooling fan and you will see there are 2 arrows. One arrow will show the direction of the fan blades, which way they're spinning, and the other arrow will show the direction of the airflow. Just to make it easier, I'm going to draw some arrows showing the direction of the airflow. Draw one on this side, and then another one on this side. And there, now I know which way the arrow flow. Next, what I want to do is remove the yellow wire because the yellow wire is not needed. And then on the end of the wire, I don't need this piece. Cut it off. And now, remove the yellow wire. And this wire is a very good wire, so I'll save it for a future project. Next, I'm going to remove the insulation of the wires, and I want to connect the wires over to the output of the buck converter. Connect the negative to negative and the positive to positive, and now solder it into place. Next, take the 9-volt battery clips, connect them into series by simply connecting the positive to negative and negative to positive, simply following the current going from negative over to positive, and then from positive to negative, and then from negative to positive. And this is what makes a series circuit. And now take the negative and connect to negative, and then the positive to the input of the buck converter. Next, remove the insulation of all 4 wires. Solder tin all 4 wires. Next, take some shrink tubing, place it over the wires, and now solder the negative to negative, and the positive to positive, and now take the shrink tubing and place it over the exposed wires. Shrink the tubing, and there, the circuit is now complete.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and test it out. And there, as you can hear, it works.
Next, I'm going to take the wire and wrap it around the PC cooling fan. Doing this will make things more organized. And now I figured out the position of the buck converter. And there we go, the buck converter is going to go over here, so what I need to do is take a generous amount of hot glue and glue it into place. And there, it is now glued into place. Next, I'm going to take the neodymium magnets and place it on the side of this housing. And since the side of this housing is magnetic, the neodymium magnets will stick in place, without the need of glue. Put 6 on this side and 6 on the opposite side, and this is where the 9-volt batteries are going to go. Plug them back in. And now place the batteries into place. One battery sticks here and the other battery doesn't reach, so what I need to do is move the magnets in another position, which also sticks onto the housing. And there, the 9-volt batteries are now put into place. And you can see these stay in nice and strong. Shaking this device, the batteries do not move or come off. And there you have it, the project is now complete. Let's go ahead and test it out. And as you can see, it works. It absorbs most of the fumes. The important thing is that the fumes don't blow in your face. As long as the fan is there, it takes the fumes away from your face so you're not inhaling it. These filters do absorb some of the fumes. One thing I've noticed is that these fans are very noisy. That's because from what I mentioned earlier, I don't have an extra PC cooling fan grill. If I had an extra PC cooling fan grill, I would be able to place it on top of the fan first, then the filter, and then the other grill on top of it. So what I'm going to do just as an experiment, I'm going to go and remove this grill and remove the filter. I want to see if it reduces the noise of the fan. And as you can hear, it's a lot more silent. And also, as you can see, it doesn't absorb as much fumes. But in my opinion, it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. However, having an extra filter still works because every little helps. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own portable soldering fume extractor with using a few simple parts. Thank you for watching Sci-Fi Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified of future Sci-Fi Tech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.